what's cracking YouTube? It's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and today I am going to do a CT Fletcher training review. The other day I went down to Long Beach Metroflex and got to meet up another YouTuber by the name of Benoit Smith. So shortly after we got done doing our thing, we found out that CT Fletcher was coming through. So with that being said, we stuck around a little bit to see the man himself. And when the man came through, we said, we greeted with our respect, and we got to watch CT Fletcher train one of his clients, which was a awesome opportunity. Now, his client is a wrestler from Arizona. So, in that day in particular, they were going to train legs, because everybody knows in pro sports, legs and hips is where you get your power from. So, I'm going to start the review right now. When I got to see CT Fletcher train this kid, the mindset for CT Fletcher is performance. Okay? That's all it is performance. As long as you can perform, that's all that matters to CT. Okay? And this kid wasn't necessarily there for bodybuilding. He looked like he wanted to learn something from CT. So, in that day, they did 4 different exercises, which back squat, hack squat, leg extensions, and leg curls. 4 very basic exercises. But CT Fletcher, the man himself, was not going to make it that easy. So, with the back squat, of course, they did progressive overload, and then they did a drop set. Okay? Progressive overload and drop set. There's a bunch of sets there, but it's nothing different from what a pro athlete would do. As for the hack squat, the same thing. And as for the leg extensions and the leg curls, I can guarantee you, after that particular workout, that kid's legs were annihilated. I mean, this kid was huffing, puffing, red, sweating. It looked like he wanted to give up, but the kid put 110% of his effort into it, and it was good to watch this kid go through the entire training. Now, with that being said, with a lot of people that talk shit about CT Fletcher and his overtraining, it's all it is a bunch of progressive overload and drop sets. Now, there's also another thing that CT Fletcher doesn't really talk about is quarter reps, half reps, and full range of motion repetitions, which he does allow into his training. So you can say that he uses a lot of powerhouse pro athletic techniques to build a person's performance. Now, with that being said, I think a lot of people who are into bodybuilding tend to associate this kind of training as useless. Oh, it's like, why are you doing so many reps? Why are you doing so many sets? How is this building muscle? Yada, 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 yada. Man, you build muscles in the kitchen. Okay, you tear it down in the gym and you build your muscles in the kitchen. Everybody knows that. You don't build your abs inside the gym. You build your abs in the kitchen, right? So with that being said, CT Fletcher's training was more geared to athletes, performance. Now, would I hire CT Fletcher as a bodybuilding coach? Not necessarily, but if I wanted to be better at something, at a sport, CT Fletcher seems like the man that you need to hire. So with that being said, how do I rate CT Fletcher's training method? This man was very motivational, very humble, very good person. Alright, I'm not going to talk shit about the man. There's nothing there to talk shit about. Very humble guy, man. If you meet him, he's very nice. He'll shake your hand, man. He'll shake your hand. He'll talk a little bit with you. He'll chop it up with you. But with that being said, this man, he knows what he's doing. He's like any pro coach that teaches pro athletes, that trains pro athletes. So, can you really knock this man for his knowledge? No. I rate his training style, yeah, around 7.5 to 10. I'm trying to be fair. Okay, I'm trying to be fair. I only rated 7.5 out of 10 because I haven't got to see all the other days of training. Okay, I only got to saw that particular day's training where they were doing back squat, half squat, leg extension, and leg curls, right? And the kid was a wrestler, and I've seen wrestling training. So with that being said, I kind of want to see more what CT was about. So if I wanted to know more, I would have stayed there for 5 days straight and watched the man do his thing. But like I said, I don't think I would hire him to be a bodybuilder. But if you need a man to train you for a sport, this is the man to hire. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you like the review. It's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and I'll talk to you guys later. Breathe.